Hey everybody, today we're going to talk about your notifications on the forms on your website. So as you can see, I've already logged into EverlightCMS. So we're going to go to Pages and Form Creator to get started. Now the form we're going to be showing you today is a generic general inquiry form, and we'll go ahead and click Edit on that form. And you can see that we collect a name, an email, and a message, and a phone number as well. So I'll go ahead and click Back. So what we're going to be dealing with for each form is this email section. And as you can see, every form actually has their own notification section, so each form can have custom settings. So under this general form, we're going to click Emails. And first we're going to talk about you as the administrator. We want what notifications you want. So we're going to go ahead and click More Options. And your email address, this is the email address you're going to want a notification to be sent to. The from name, this can be your company name, your personal name. And the from email address, we actually have some options here. And this email option, which we're actually clicking right now, is actually the email field that's coming out of the form that the user fills out. Now the reason that we want to use this is it makes it very easy to reply to emails as they come in. Basically, if I would fill out shane@calendcreations.com, then whenever I'd click reply, because I have this email setting here, it would actually automatically fill that email address into the bar. So the next thing you can go ahead and do is set up your subject here that you want for yourself. And then we have some default settings here, which is just called entry data. And you're going to want to go ahead and just leave that, because what that's going to do is it's going to populate your email with all the information they filled out on their form. And the last setting, you're going to want to make sure that this is unchecked. Send emails in simple text format. Make sure there's no check mark there, because we want to get an HTML rich email to make sure things look good. So we'll go ahead and click Save Changes. And the next thing we're going to do is talk about our users and giving them a notification when they fill out a form. So if you wouldn't like a notification set for a certain form, you can go ahead and select a blank option there and click Save Changes. And then a notification will not be sent. But we want to send a notification, so we're going to go ahead and click More Options. We're going to click Email for the send to, because that's going to use the email address they use on the form. You could fill out your from name, which would be your personal address, your company name, and the email address you'd like them to reply to, so the from email address. Here's your subject area for the user. And down here is where we're going to get into some more, kind of dig in a little deeper, but by default it just sends them their entry data, but we want to personalize this and kind of give them a personal message. So what we're going to do is we're going to use these template variables. So we'll go ahead and we'll just delete that. And what we want to do is we want to say, hello, thanks for filling out our form, Shane Calhoun at EverlightCMS. So we'd like to make this personal, and we'd like to put their name there. So we can go ahead and click Template Variables. And here for each form, you're going to look at this for each form. It'll show you what template variable to use to get an option. So we want to grab the name. So I'll go ahead and copy this. Control C that. And then I'll click back. And we'll pop this down. So all I have to do is paste this right in that form. It's automatically going to replace that with the name they used on the form. So other than that, everything looks like it's pretty good to go, and you want to make sure that this is actually not checked as well. You want to make sure we're getting an HTML rich email. Now the only problem with this is if we would send this email now, this would work correctly, but none of these spacings would be here because it's not an HTML form. So there's one little trick you're going to learn, and it's called breaks, and it's just like the return key. So what you're going to do is you're going to do this, BR. And this little tag here that I've just typed in is going to cause a return. So we want a full space to be here. So I'm going to copy that so I can just paste it. So I'm going to have two breaks right here. And I'm going to have two breaks right here to create this space. And then after Shane Calhoun, I'm going to have one break. So every time you put one of these in, it's just like hitting the return key. So once we've completed that, we go ahead and click Save Changes. And we'll click here. We can see that everything's saved correctly with our break tags. And we should be good to go. So now we're going to go ahead and test that form that we just made. So I'll go ahead and type in default name here, and I'll just use Shane Account Creations as the address. No need to put in a phone number. Hey, thanks so much for everything. And we'll click submit. And we get a success. And basically the message has been sent. So now to kind of take a look at what emails are automatically generated, first we're going to look at the administrator email, the email that you get. So I'll go ahead and load that up for you. And as you can see, it came from hello at EverlightCMS with the from name of EverlightCMS. Here's the data the user filled out. And if we go ahead and click reply, you're going to see that that email address automatically populated so we can directly reply to the user. Now the confirmation that was sent to the user who filled out the form, as you can see right here, hello John Rocket, thanks for filling out our form. And then they can click reply. Whoops. And you can see that it filled out that info as well. If you have any questions, just get a hold of us at hello@everlightcms.com.